We're really pleased with being awarded that. It follows on the award of our environmental approval, which we received in December, which was condition precedent to actually awarding us our mining license. It's essentially giving us our approval to go and commence mining. It's as simple as that. We have already a technical solution, as in how we mine, how we process, how all the infrastructure comes together. We now have regulatory approval. So the final part of the tripod is actually the financial approval. There are a number of things that are going, and as I mentioned, we are looking at that financing approach, which means that we're in discussions with multiple counterparties for our offtake. In that offtake, we have one offtake at this moment in time for our product. We need to take that to the rest of our product. A lot of interest, which has come from, we're in a bit of a sweet spot in time, being a rare earth, a near market rare earth producer, is very positive, and I feel that we will achieve all that we're after. We're also working with commercial banks, the export finance agencies, and lots of discussions as we look for what is the finance package that best suits the shareholders. We'd already taken a step earlier with looking at how we develop the asset and doing it in a two-stage, a smaller throughput into the larger permitted plant. So we're making it as straightforward as possible to come to production, because that's where value is realised for the shareholders. We still have a couple of permitting things, and that is our secondary approvals. And they are essentially, we've been working with the regulators for some time now, going back and forth. So to make sure we're in compliance with everything, it's really taking what they asked for us to do in our environmental permit and putting it into a procedure and how to document. But they're working closely together, no surprises, so I expect to be submitting those soon, seeking approval for those secondary approvals. There's an old Chinese curse, which is, may you live in interesting times. The inference being that life should be plainer and more vanilla. However, it's appropriate in that the geopolitical situation of tariffs being imposed and then another country responding has certainly focused most Western nations on the vulnerability they are to a single source of supply for what is really strategic material. Strategic in the fact that phones, the units we use at the moment, defence, you want to have a jet or a submarine, medical, everything relies on this secret source called rare earths. And so suddenly the world has become aware of who is producing rare earths and how important they are. So timing is everything in this marketplace, and it's a good point in time. I see success in our future. As for how we fit with government policy, it was instructive that Victoria announced their critical minerals roadmap the day they provided us our environmental approval. So they were concurrent events, and we have worked with them. Melbourne was at one point the richest capital city in the world, and it was on the back of gold, as in Bendigo and Ballarat were going flat out. It was just this huge wealth that was flowing, and thus they created all the old sandstone buildings that comprised old Melbourne. I see an opportunity now with Victoria's approach to embracing mining, especially seeing the state has in its possession a large tranche of rare earths and heavy minerals. We can make Victoria great again. So we're working together, great opportunity, and I look forward to the future.